Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. With this, I am sitting in front of my computer, and I'm going to give you predictions for the third week of April. What I'm looking at is April 15th through the 21st in this video. So I'm going to be looking at the planets relative to how they're placed from the moon. Remember, the moon is the heartbeat of a chart. It is what moves the fastest, and it is the public and the emotions that go on globally. And where the planets are placed from the moon really will give you an idea of what's going on in the sky and on Earth, how you can make your daily plans in accordance to where the planets move to day by day. So before I move forward, I want to remind everyone to go to my website, sign up for my free newsletter. You will be getting all of my predictions, all of this written out, delivered to your email address, absolutely free. Go to galacticcenter.org. While you're there, look into my Patreon page where you will be getting exclusive information and connected with me personally. That's on Patreon. Find that on galacticcenter.org. And I want to remind everyone, I have an amazing school that teaches Vedic astrology, all online. And I teach live classes every week. Go to universityofvedicastrology.com. So let's get going now. What am I talking about for this week? I'm going to start with April 15th. April 15th, the moon is in Cancer all day today. And let's see, it actually enters, let me go back. So all day it's in Cancer, except for the early morning hours. So it actually changes into Cancer from Gemini around 9:30 or 10 a.m. So the whole day the moon is in Cancer, and what you can expect from this is that it's a great day to go job hunting or expand, do different things with your business, your work, your career, expansion. Ask for that raise. Why do I say that? Because Jupiter and the Sun are together in with Uranus in the 10th house of your work and your career. So the Sun is exalted in Aries. This is a time for you to get things done. Major expansion. Ask for the promotion that you deserve at work. You could very well be getting it. Now, Mars and Saturn go to the 6th house from the moon. So be careful, because this could set you up for accidents. It's not that bad, but just be extra careful. This isn't the impending doom or anything like that at all. Because the best part about this day is that Neptune, Venus, Rahu, Mercury, all of those planets are in the 9th house from the moon. The 9th house is the house of luck and blessings. So this is actually very, very positive. You're going to find that this is a day you can express yourself well. It's a day that you might be reading up on some spiritual studies, doing some spiritual practices, meditating, or taking some courses or classes that expand and make you better. You could be taking some high-minded classes. And if that's something that's calling you, do it. It will improve and make your life and make you much, much better. So April 16th, we have the moon in Cancer the entire day, and it's going to be in the nakshatra called Pusha. Pusha's symbol deals with nourishment, deals with really protection, feeling secure. That's what the moon in Cancer is about. But the Mars and Saturn go to the 8th house from the moon. And this is a particularly hard house. And it can deal with a lot of deep search and psychological studies, things of that nature. Because the Neptune, Venus, Rahu, and Mercury are in Pisces in the 9th house from the moon. Very auspicious. This is the house of luck and fortune. So things are coming together, things are more fortunate, and this would be a good time to take some studies, higher-minded studies into spirituality, maybe reading a book, expanding your mind, your awareness, and practicing some spiritual studies. Now, Jupiter and the Sun go to the 10th house from the Moon. It's a great day to ask for that raise, come together with your boss, because the Sun is now in Aries, exalted in its most favorable position with Jupiter. Now, there will be some changes going on in the workplace because Jupiter and Uranus are together. But use this day for advancement and finding your purpose as the Jupiter-Sun are in the 10th. April 17th, the Moon is in Cancer still most all of this day. It will be leaving Cancer by the time of the late evening. I'm looking at 9:30 at night, Central Standard Time. The Moon will move into Leo. But going back to the Moon just being in Cancer all day, it's going to be in the nakshatra called Aslesha. Aslesha's symbol is the snake. Can deal with healing on a deep core level, but all at the same time, the snake can deal with someone that's not on the up and up, kind of sneaky, right? So we have the Saturn-Mars going to the 8th house from the Moon, and this deals with deep, dark problems. Be aware, people are probably not as they appear. Now, with Venus and Mercury coming together in Pisces, this is really helping Mercury out tremendously, being debilitated retrograde next to exalted Venus. And on this day, the 17th, Venus is conjunct Rahu. So there's something about major expansion. It can be a day of great fun. It can be a day of excitement. But be careful if you fall in love around this time, because this can cause some upsets in the area of love and relationship. Too much of a good thing can sometimes be destructive. That's what Venus exalted with Rahu means. It's too extreme. So be careful in the area of love and romance today. But business-wise, career, it's a day of expansion. Finding a connection with people at work, especially your boss. So now let's move to April 18th. So April 18th, the Moon will be in Leo all day, and it will be in the nakshatra of Magha, which symbol is a throne, deals with royalty, but most of all for you, it means a time of being a leader, being in charge, leading others. That's what the Moon in Leo is really all about. And don't forget, Leo is the sign of creative talent, so self-expression in a creative way. But the Mars and Saturn are 7th from the Moon. This is a difficult day with relationships. Be careful. There can be arguments, contention, fighting in the area of your relationship. So lay low. Don't blurt out or say things you didn't mean. And you might just simply feel attacked by your partner today. Just wait it out. Wait till the Moon changes out of Leo. But even tomorrow will be more intense, because the Moon will be closer to the exact opposition. But still, on the 18th, not a good day for relationships. The Venus, Rahu, Mercury are in the 8th house. It's a time of deep introspection. Psychologically, you can probably learn a lot about your relationships, teach you a lot about you, because we're still looking at that Venus being so tight with Rahu. It's an intense and difficult day for relationships. Be clear, lay low. It's not a great time for dating, coming together with new people in love and romance, nor is it good to make any contracts with people at all on this day. They will prove unhealthy. Now, the Jupiter, Sun, Uranus, they're almost conjunct. The Uranus, well, they are conjunct, just not by minute. They're together at 27 degrees of Aries. This is a big awakening, a big change that's coming about. And looking at this, they are in the 9th house from the moon. So it's a great day for spiritual reflection, spiritual work, and reading, writing about spirituality. Coming together with a higher purpose is what this day is set out for. So now I'm looking at April 19th. The moon is still in Leo all day, and it is in the nakshatra Purva Falguni. That is a nakshatra of creative talent and expression. So it's a good day for expressing yourself creatively, but all at the same time, it is a terrible day for relationships, because this is actually called a marriage nakshatra. And what that means is about relationships. But you've got Mars and Saturn oppose the moon. Conflicts, fighting, feeling attacked. That's what you're going to feel like today in the area of relationships. And use this day for spiritual growth. The Sun and Jupiter Uranus are coming together in the 9th house of spirituality. And let me say this, the Venus, Mercury, Rahu in the 8th house. It's a time that you can really get in touch with spirituality, metaphysical sciences, read and study, be complacent, just stay clear of your relationships. All right, so now we're looking at April 20th. April 20th is the day the Uranus-Jupiter conjunction are exact. This is like a huge awakening around the world. And what's interesting is they actually go to the 8th house from the moon. So this is deep, dark awareness where things are changing on a deep core level. Watch out for this. It's a great awakening. And like I said, it's going to go through destruction to get to the new beginning. The birthing process is difficult. Venus and Mercury are together with Rahu, and Mercury is backing up in its retrograde process, almost exactly conjunct Rahu. People are out of their minds. People are not thinking normally. And in the area of relationships, Rahu, Mercury, Venus are in the 7th house. Yes, people might make you promises, but will they deliver and keep them? Probably not. Be aware of that. The Mars-Saturn conjunction go to the 6th house, which can cause problems around the workplace, troubles with coworkers or employees. Now, the moon is in the nakshatra Uttara Falguni, which is actually a good nakshatra for friends, coming together with friends that care about you, connections with others. But the moon is approaching Ketu. There's a lot of fear out there in the world. And this is not an easy time. Even though we're nearing a full moon, it's still a lot of fear with the moon coming together with Ketu in Virgo. And it is a good time, though, to connect with friends that you care about. So now I'm looking at April 21st. The moon will be conjunct Ketu in Virgo, and it's in the nakshatra called Hasta. Hasta is the hand, and it's like the fist, holding on to things. And it's actually a great day for understanding new concepts and awareness. This is deep. But realize and recognize that Venus, Rahu, and Mercury. Mercury is still very retrograde, and it's approaching Rahu. There is intensity going on around the world. It's not a great time for people to come together with their truths, because everything's about to change. And people are not thinking along the same lines. There's a lot of contention and argument. That's what I'm seeing around this day. But like I said, it is a good day for spiritual development and metaphysical studies, like with this moon in Virgo. Moon conjunct K2. So that really does cover what? The third week in April. This is monumental. This is a month of radical shifts and changes. So be aware. So much is going on. So with that, I'll close and I will see you back for the last week of April. So get ready to watch that next week. Thank you.